fire. Hey family, we got a lot of butterflies going on. Ah, okay. Hey, don't be just staring at me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Hi, thank you. Drop a heart. Hey family, how are you guys doing today? I'm trying my best to keep it pushing. Y'all, I've been smoking a little bit too much. Your girl been smoking a little bit too much. That is so funny. I know. Hi guys. Canceria. Hey guys. What y'all doing this rising or evening? I caught a live finally. Absolutely. I just read your comment the other day. Yes, my eye is swollen. You could see it a little bit. I don't know what happened. You definitely could tell. But I woke up and bruh, in the middle of the night, my eye was like so big. I think it was like just like bacteria, etc. You know. But yeah, I'm good now. Maybe kind of fine. But nah. Both of y'all talking about y'all finally caught a live. Oh my god. I'm glad y'all here. But like I was saying, the keeper, or however you say that, I literally just read your comment saying how my face was so beautiful here or something like that. Thank you, brother. I don't remember seeing your profile or your photograph ever. But if you are new here to my lives, right now what we are doing is what I usually normally do, and I open up a live and I start doing once you pay for $25. You can ask me a question or you can just get a reading, all right, if you will. But yeah, that's literally what I do. This is what we do all the time. I'm not new. 3 years. I'm just here to watch for now. Oh, I literally don't even remember your face. But when you say something like that, let me get back. You feel me? My bad. I disappeared due to spiritual psychosis. Oh wow. How was that for you, bro? What was that for you? If you want to open up to us, because we got somebody asking a question here about the mind. So but yeah, I'm feeling better in my face. It's always I notice it's always my right side of my body that gets backlash. My left side will never show. Hi from Scotia, Canada. Shamari, say more. Hey girl. How are you doing? Thank y'all for joining me today on this live. Today I'm offering you guys live readings. All right, if you are interested, you can send your payment over through, y'all, I've been smoking. I don't know if y'all just got in here, but yeah, y'all are gonna see it and you're not gonna like it. But I only accept for now Apple Pay and PayPal. All right. If you do have Cash App though, and you genuinely like need a reading right now, like I need it, let me know. I might be able to work something out because I have a friend who actually allows me to send payments when I need it. So if it's to that extent, do it. But if it's not, you feel me? Make it easier on us. Okay. Hey Zern, how much for a handy? How much for a blowy, Joey? I'm gonna let you sit in there and answer it. Okay, what's up, Shamari girl? Somebody else said something. I guess I want to greet everybody. Hi, Egyptian queen goddess. Hey. Hi, Franklin. What it do? I finally up. How is your memory loss after all the smoking? And tips on how to maintain memory skills while gardening? You're funny. Canceria asked me, how was your memory loss after all that smoking? Honestly, if I keep smoking, obviously I'm gonna have fog. I do take breaks, periods, where I not only meditate, hold on, not only do I meditate during that period of like period, but I also not smoke. I drink water. I bring my breath into myself, because as you smoke, your spirit does leave the physical, and you are in two planes. All right, so that's why sometimes it's like hard for you to keep that focus here, or sometimes you'll forget, or you'll drop something, or you'll be moving slower, because you are like being kind of like, I don't want to say delayed, it's not an effect on you, it's just your, what is it, your conscious or your pre-conscious, you know, that alertness is definitely over there. So how do I maintain memory loss? I don't forget anything. If I'm high, I'm gonna be high. Stop asking me shit. You feel me? I have people who intentionally test my skill. Like, nah, I'm finna go roll up again. But nah, it's important that you learn how to navigate in the spirit realm. It's kind of like I could get high right now and still do readings, because I have trained myself. You can train your thought, you can train your mind, the neurons, you know, to work for you, you know, not work for you. So it's like, if I'm gonna smoke this, please just keep me, you know, talk to your ganja as well. Don't be forgetting shit. You need to talk to your ganja. All right? Whoever asked me that, you do need to start talking to your ganja. I can tell. And then any tips how to maintain memory skills while gardening? How do you maintain it? Talk to your ganja. And write, like, what is it? Do like critical thinking while you're smoking. A lot of y'all needed to hear that. Critical think while smoking, or after you smoke, or even right before. Oh my God, it's literally exercising the mind. It's lubricant to the mind when you put knowledge on top of like power. You feel me? Because you know when you high, it's like, damn, you feel me? I'm controlling shit more. You know? So if I smoke and I just start studying, I like to kind of do it before, not after. Because like I said, when I'm in my high, I don't want to be in the body. I want to feel, you know? So I'm not trying to get high and go live. You feel me? But yeah, that's what it takes. You got to be a lot more in yourself, in tune. That's what it is when you're dealing with any I just heard metaceutical, but really like any herbal substance. Be intentional, talk to it. Hey guys, yo, I really don't want the people who come in there to be like, damn, her eye big, cause it is swollen, bro. Like, that's the thing about messages, bro. If you're just getting in, you gotta keep keeping up with people. Hi from Canada. I said, what's up to you? I've been here after Lumen Moon Tarot made shout out to you like 2 years ago. Lumen? Let me screenshot that, cause who, honey? Oh, somebody shouted me out and you came and you stayed? Oh, jeez. Absolutely. Hey, Daniel. Hi, Zern. What herbs is that? What herbs is what? Spiritual psychosis is no joke, but I struggle with depression and anxiety. So it definitely was a lot amplified, but once I fully accepted what I needed to, I was reborn with a whole new life from God. I think we all will undergo spiritual psychosis, or like a form of like a death almost. And it really does seem like that. And I want to say it feels like that, because you could be like perfectly numb, right? But spirit, like when I tell you your senses are being like literally exercised, your senses are being exercised. So we think we're losing our mind, we're losing our shit, or like too much is going on in once. It's like, yeah, that's you are heightening, obviously. We start to come to our senses again and again, but it's like you're being kind of like exercised around, you're being washed. Dang, I love to hear my brothers, specifically my brothers. Like, I know my sister's cool, but like when my brothers be like, I don't smoke weed no more, you feel me? That's what's up. I'm okay. I'm currently going through another dark night of the soul. Shamar, are you going to be booking a reading with us today? Do you have any questions? Would you need help with anything? I mean, that would be beautiful. Oops, sorry guys. Hold on. But it is an amazing, it's been a journey. I'm a girl. I'm just androgynous in the face. Oh, you're a woman. I ain't gonna lie, if that's a woman, hey, it is what it is, but I'm just saying, like, I literally just kind of assumed. All right. Peace and blessings to you and your family, mama. Love you. Enjoy your day. Thank you, God. 365 nonstop. Thank you. And I send love to you as well and your family. Gratitude. When you stop smoking, it's a wonderful feeling. When you start smoking from stopping is a good feeling too. So hey, do not, and I repeat, do not judge, you guys. How has it been? What's been going on? That part? No, literally. Thanks for the roses, my friend. Do I look different, y'all? Not in the face, but I'm just saying, like, do I look different? Am I giving a difference? What is this bulge over here? Like, I promise you, I'm not tripping. Like, weed is cool, just not nicotine. Nicotine. Weed is cool. You know what I noticed lately? Excuse me. You know what I noticed lately? I love to smoke tobacco. I love to smoke tobacco. Why tobacco? I don't know if it's just because it's sweet or if it's because it's ancestral and we're connected, but that is also a part of the leaf. It is so good. It is so good. I'm talking about like leaves. Leaves. Oh my gosh. Hey guys. Family. You guys, I'm doing readings, okay? Obviously. I'm back. Hold up. My background just got loud. Like this whole time, it was nobody here. I feel like I'm supposed to be entertaining y'all. Like the more views you get, it feel like you gotta keep talking or you gotta keep it up. I don't know. I don't like to like just ramble though. Like why am I even trying to think of something to talk about? Weed is okay in moderation. Plus everyone can't handle it. We are all wired different. Y'all know. Now you're good. Gratitude. Thank you. We're with you. Thanks. I'm trying to see. I had like some notes. Y'all, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Man, there's a lot of lonely men in this world. Hey, don't come here with that weird shit, dog. I could just feel it. We ain't even talking about men right now. Monarch butterfly, you like the color black? Oh, you a woman. Still. Bro, that's crazy, dog. Dialogue. Sit up straight when you're talking to me. Kyle Proctor, Post the pic when you're talking to me. Look at me when you're talking to me. How about that? Look at me when you're talking to me. Come on, sit up straight. I don't sit up for nobody. I don't stand up for nobody. I don't sit down for nobody. Welcome. I'm a woman, but I do consider myself a two-spirit. Me too. Y'all, that's crazy. I be taking notes throughout the duration, and Kyle, sit down. Shit! Use both of your eyes when looking at me. Stop being lazy. Use both of your eyes. I am. You're talking about my eyelid. Don't be technical. Be official. You better get out. And you know it's cute. And you know it's cute. What up, Uno? He trying to think of something. You finna get blocked while you typing me. Deal? While you typing, I'm blocking you. Alright, shoot. Nicole, LOL, girl, you are cute. Hey, Nicole. How are you? Cintron. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm chilling. Like, don't come here trying. Anyways. Like, we already be on our damn, you feel me? Like, please don't add more. Don't add more. What up? You tripping. I remember when I first did YouTube Live, I didn't want to respond to no hate. Because it's just like one comment would, like nobody would hate. That's the thing at first. Nobody would hate. It would be straight love, you know. Obviously it'd be like bots, not like people saying shit that'll trigger me, but it'll be like bots, you know. And it's like I would never say nothing to nobody because nobody would say nothing to me. But now it's just like, yeah. I feel it in the air, you guys. What are we gonna discuss today? What do we have to discuss? Is anybody going to, would anybody like to buy a reading for $25? Yes, it is your girl. Typical me. Typical. Hi, Cheryl. I have a lot of new, like, faces or energy or something. Watching from Jamaica. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks. What if you lying? Like, it's so easy to just be like, watching from Spain. You feel me? You in fucking Manhattan, Texas or some shit. That's cool. That's what's up. Grab your neck and kiss Lease. Gilberto, you got 1/2 of a comment left. I mean, I'm going to read your next comment halfway. And if it don't meet my requirement, I'm just going to throw you out of here. Because we ain't talking about that anyway, huh? Literally. That's crazy because I literally did have like messages. I wrote them down. Like, I'll have things to like tell y'all. It's weird. Yeah. I guess I can give you guys some little update on some things that I've noticed. Ryan, you're funny. You are hilarious. I don't even remember. But I did read the creation story, I'm gonna say, in so many words. I just pulled lights. Just pulled lights. Let me just start pulling cards. I just pulled lights. I thought it was like the first day was like day and night. Then it was like land and water. Like then it was animals and people. I don't know. Or was it animals, water, nature, like air, fire? I don't know. I don't know what these people said, but it do say lights. Maybe liars. That's why it's a mistake. But do you know, like, if you're considering anything as a mistake, that means you're saying I believe in coincidences, which means you're saying things do go as unplanned, or things can go left, or things can keep right. You know what I mean? So that means you're trying to say there is no in between or distinct mistake. There is no oops. God is perfect. When you say that's why it's a mistake, you're basically saying God is perfect. You know that? Look at this. It says soon. All right, come on in, y'all. So what y'all want me to do? Somebody, don't be. I think it's weird energy in here. Yeah. It's been raining a lot. Kind of a lot. There's also a lot of fires. So that means it's like a lot of different energies coming from, you know, different outside sources, of course, but also like a lot of confliction, kind of like a hurricane or when hot meets cold. Yeah, hit the gym. Summer is here. Really? I'm gonna hit the gym and get fit. Thank God I'm not. Okay, when I say this, I don't mean this to be like prejudice, but thank God I'm not fat, because he would have had me on that. Cause y'all know y'all walk around with that attitude of skinny, fat, and fat ass. I don't know why, but y'all do. Don't come in here with no bad intentions. I just pulled the Five of Swords. I thought I blocked him. Thank you. I mean, we can have an argument, you guys. Whoever you are, does anybody want to challenge me to an argument right now? I'm not talking about like, oh, you have a wide eye. No. I'm talking about like, challenge me to some, whoever you are. I want to get, I want to have like a, what is it called? Like a, I want to, well, you know what I'm trying to say. Whoever you are, nobody, y'all better not be on that like scary, shy, or I'm not sure. I can fake debate. That's what it is. All right, let's do it. Oh, you gonna change your profile picture and come back in here? Period. She wanna be. Okay, let's fake debate. But you know, when we debate, whoever you are, I still want more people to debate with me. Like it could be 3-on-1. I just got in. What it? Oh, the one who made everything. All right, what it do, brother? We chilling. What you on? But when we debate, I don't want to like talk about like you're ugly, you're cute. You know what I mean? Like I want to talk about, look, this say jealousy. Like I don't want to talk about competition, being competitors. I want to be like compatible. You get it? I don't want to be a competitor. I want to be compatible. So like, what are you gonna do? Like, ask me something. We're gonna go from there, or talk. Say, what's an opinion about yours? What is it? An unpopular opinion? Somebody can do that, and we can really start a debate, bro. Cause I'm feeling up to it. Let's debate. Cool. That's what's up, bro. I'm doing readings if you're interested in purchasing one. Pathological. Somebody could be like a oh, that's crazy that pathological came up because this does talk about like the mind and the emotion, okay, and also the ability to manipulate both. Whether that be yourself, that's like pathological liar, like sociopath, like someone who can manipulate themselves into believing like I'm actually that, you know, or you can manipulate someone into believing you're actually that, and then you end up believing it too. Pathological. Like, why is your shadow? She's funny. Hey, I'm picking up. I'm gonna put words in your mouth. I'm just playing. Like, why is your shadow afraid to dance? Like, all right. Wait. Okay. All right. Yes, my eye is swollen. Like, somebody just asked that. Yeah. Like, it's not just like that for no reason. Okay. Like, why is your shadow afraid to dance with the ego you created for yourself before you ascended? Oh. Okay. Hold on. Why is your shadow afraid to dance with your ego you created, you focused on for yourself before you ascended? Beautiful transgender woman, happy Pride Month. Boy, white boy, stop. You funny. Okay, so, like, what is your shadow? Like, why would you come here and be like, beautiful woman, beautiful transgender woman? Like, that was just so sent. You were sent. All right, why is your shadow afraid to dance with the ego you created for yourself before you ascended? I don't even understand your question, ma'am. Okay, so I'm gonna do. If you want to help me, you can help me. But some of y'all be just watching. Like, I really don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy it. I know you probably enjoy me, but I don't enjoy that. I hope that creates a debate. All right, now let me be serious. It says death tie. This literally says death tie, girl. Like, some people could be, and then we have pathological out here. Like, is your evolved shadow afraid of your pasty self? Is it hiding? Okay, so when you talk about your evolved shadow, okay, let's just focus on let's define some of these things first. Okay, bet. Like, why is your shadow afraid to dance with the ego you created? Okay. Evolved shadow afraid of your past self. Because for one, what you're doing is separating you from your destiny. That's what you're doing. You're separating you from your destiny. So when you talk about destined or you know, things being purposed or fate, whatever, that talks a lot about like you and your consciousness. Okay, so sometimes like some people are exposed to the very same predicament and it affects this person better than it affected this person. So this person actually went into a deep like sadness, excuse me, and this person actually like got strong as fuck. They actually angry now, but they're stronger. Okay, for some reason that person went sad, went out, crashed out. This person got stronger, but they kind of angry with it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see, like, is it the journey itself or is it me? You know, is it things happening or is it's happening onto me, you know? So there's a difference between what you're saying and what you're trying to say. I don't know. My right ear just rang as you're saying this. Okay, so let me see. Are you afraid to tap in as you ascend? Like, are you afraid to remember what you went through and your dark side as you have basically overcome that part of yourself, or you finally forgot? Because, you know, like, let's just say you go through something dark and you move on. I think moving on talks a lot about forgetting. Sometimes we don't forgive it, but we forget it. All right, so it's like if you're asking, like, as I ascend and I'm smoking, do I want to think about that day where I was essayed, you know, because I'm in a high, literally, like, I don't want to go back to that darkest doom day, you know? I feel like what you're asking, like, is my new mind timid at my past? And like I said, what it feels like you're doing is you're creating or separating yourself from destiny. So like, let me ask you this. Do you focus on your growth? Okay? Growth hurts. Pain, like, you feel me? So it's like you're growing pains. Do you focus on your growth? All aspects? What up, James Dixon? The thing about gray shirts is it will let everybody know what's going on underneath this shirt. Growing pains, yes. So you focus on that. Like, if you feel somebody, if you feel threatened, it's when you feel threatened that you are having to survive almost, right? So if I'm constantly feeling threatened, am I gonna focus there? That's what I'm asking. Do you have a dread sock? No. I want to ask you, like, are you afraid of being by yourself? Are you afraid of being by yourself? That's what I want to ask. I'm talking about like in the physical. I'm asking everybody if you want to answer. You want to open up. Are you afraid of being by yourself? It will let you know what's going on. No, I've been in self-isolation for 3 years now. Cool. So you're not afraid of like being watched, basically. Let me see here. Hold on. What up, Echo? How are you? I'm definitely channeling this. So no. To answer your question, no. Heck no. Really? Well, to y'all who just coming in, I am doing live personal readings for $25. If you are curious or interested, I am accepting that as donation. So gratitude. Hold up, bruh. I think women are afraid of being by themselves because of validation purposes. You know, like you constantly seek external security, right? So whether that be protection or am I doing enough? Am I looking enough? Am I feeling like sometimes we could have so much of grace that we want to share it. We have to share it, you know, because it is so much energy, right? Women hold so much life. So it's not always about like, oh, women can't physically do it, but a lot of the times we emotionally withdraw. So it's like, I'll give in, you know, like for example, during sex, you may have a strong boundary, like no sex, firm boundary, no sex, but he start swiping up on you and rubbing and playing and kissing and licking, suddenly you begin to drop them legs. You feel me? Your knees unbuckle. So it's like, yeah, I promise you I'm a virgin for the past 3 to 4 years. But it's just like certain walls we hit will literally test our very weakness. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, I did not want to do that. Like I literally gave in. That was me, you know, to that point. But reported. Why you reported me? You were reporting. You are very knowledgeable. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Good point. Yep. Why are you laughing? All right, I've been thinking about my homie. You should go live more. Up to you though. I've been thinking about my homie. You should go live more. Up to you though. Are you talking to me or are you talking about somebody else? That kind of threw me off a bit. Yeah, obviously not all women. Yeah, I got you. I didn't even know if I focused on that second part. But yeah. So it's getting back out there for you. I think it's more so being afraid. So you are afraid of being alone in so many ways. So it's just like if I pick you up and I leave you at my house, you will be afraid. You know why? Because you're alone. So I do accept that you are in perfect condition, but it's almost like you don't want to be removed. You're comfortable. So it's like if I take you out of that comfort zone and I come, like I come pick you up and I take you to my Airbnb and then I leave to go to Publix, you will literally feel isolated, alone. I don't come back to the next 2 days. You feel me? Give you a little bit of time. You'll start to feel threatened, by your reality. Like this isn't where God wants me to be. You feel me? I'm uncomfortable. Boom. Now you're back at square one. You want to go back home. So it may not be getting out for you or stepping out of your comfort zone, right? But it could be more so on the flip side. I'm just gonna say, like, don't try me. You give me that vibe. Don't try me or don't try no shit like that. We are all adults here. Absolutely. Cash. I am from the motherland. Yes. It's natural, sis. Report it. Absolutely. But yeah. I just put myself in a favorable position. I know my power to get out of unfavorable ones. No, it's the opposite. If you left me, I'd be chilling. Being around a whole bunch of people right now is triggering for me though. Like clouds, like it's exciting but scared at the same time. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I feel like you would be okay. Like I literally saw you on your phone in your own reality again. But like I said, give it time where you start to feel what's the word? If I give you the sign that you're being abandoned again, it's the again, you're gonna feel like resentful or like, what's the word, like regretful for leaving your house in the first place because I abandoned you and I made you uncomfortable and I keep leaving the abandonment of it. Well, you know what I mean? Like you still right though. Like I'm not trying to humble you or nothing like that, but I'm just saying it feels like obviously anybody in their right mind, if you put them in a house and you walk away from that house, they're gonna have question if they don't need it. If they don't need it. You feel me? We got people who might need a house, so they ain't complaining about shit. You can stay away for all I care. There's people who got things going on with their lives as well. Even if you don't have financial support, you still got like emotional ties. Like I don't feel like being here. I can go do that with her or with him. Like we just would rather be where we fit. Okay. So there's people who will literally choose being surrounded by their loved ones before they're like before they go from their loved ones to like land and just be at ease or be like well off. Why? Because a lot of people, it's not dealing with loneliness, it's not coping with their demons, it's not like a form of distraction. No, it's just human. I don't emotionally feel like satisfied, if you will. It's kind of like two boys want you, but one is more attractive. You know what I mean? Like both of them fine. I had both, but one is attractive. For some reason, his spirit, it feels like home. So we don't really care about having a house. We want to feel home. There's a lot of people who can turn an apartment into like the chill spot. Like everybody want to pull up, So yeah, it's learning distinction, or I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it's learning like separation or like differences. Also talks about knowing the difference. Okay, so this talks about discernment. What you know versus what you have. You flaming your husband. No, I'm not flaming my husband. I don't have a husband. I don't have any husband. Anybody want to ask me any more questions? Like any debate? Anything that's gonna send us into a rabbit hole? Let me see if I can think of something. Why, this is something I didn't think about. Why are people more concerned with having than being? Does anybody know? Why are you, I'm just gonna test you, but why are you more concerned with having than being? What does it mean to be? It means like to just kind of not have. And that doesn't mean not have, that means go without. The movie Us by Jordan Peele. Yes, I love. Ooh, are you throwing that out there? Absolutely. You know, I learned that in the movie Get Out, Jordan Peele, he actually did go under a deep state of hypnotism. The guy, you know, the black guy with eyes, the main character, I learned through watching this movie while I was smoking. Like, I was in a high. So I was learning, I was literally, when you keep rewatching something, you start to not only see like you start to expose what the director thinks like, and you also kind of like unravel the secrets of like what nobody knows, but kind of like what the universe put there, you know, for you to see. You know what I mean? So, for example, decoding the Matrix is deeper than what the director meant. You know what I mean? She was making it biblical, you know, obviously like open to people to, you know, to relate with. Like, the Bible is not just for religious people, I guess, or people who want to be in a system. It can also be used, you know what I mean? The Bible can be used. So that's what I'm gonna. She literally was talking about like Adam, I don't know, for example, but it doesn't mean like she practices Christianity or she believes in Jesus, you know? So also when I go and watch that movie for the 10th time tomorrow, it's just like I've noticed that. Did the director even notice that? You know what I mean? So that's why I say like the universe or something outside of self or intent. So it's like we have two, you know, like guys have when people make music, like there's that what you're saying and what you want to say, or what you're hearing versus what you want to be, you know, like what you want people to hear. Like we kind of have to tap into that higher self, you know what I mean, in all arts. Everything all right, rabbit hole question. Why believe in God or gods? Oh, let me go up. I need resources to initially take over the universe. I need resources. Oh, why are we more concerned with having than being? I need resources to initially take over the universe. It does feel like if you're not like me, your goal is always to be better than me. You know, it's weird. It's a weird thing. And I'm not saying like you're gonna like not be my friend, but like ultimately you aren't mine and I am not yours. Maybe I am yours. Do you ever feel like whoever I'm talking to, do you ever feel like I'm a part of you or I'm supposed to be something for you? Do you ever, anybody, I'm literally just asking if one person feels that way or if one person doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Do you ever feel like I'm in this position where I help you a lot, like significantly? So this is what I say, like, I feel like if you are not me, I feel like you are coming up with me, like you're coming up. Sometimes it's against me. Like I said, I'm not saying like you're not trying to be my friend, but you do have something you gotta do on the side. The collective is more concerned with having because that supposedly validates their being, or so we believe. That's it. That is it. She literally just cleared the air. Wow. She said, I asked, because that was spot perfect, dude. Why are you, whoever you are, more concerned with having than being? And then I said, what does it mean to have? And I said, that basically means to go without. She goes to say the collective is more concerned with having because supposedly it validates their being. Or so we believe. Dang, that's facts. Plus, it gets pushed in our faces through media to have, right? Or to want. To want. Whoa, that was a contradiction. To want. No, I didn't watch Sinners. Am I missing anything, Stephen G? Robots will never take over. Robots will rise. Robots and AI, sorry. Robots and AI will rise, but not conquer. No, not conquer. Ain't no way in the hell. You feel me? Not me. Tell me I'm lying. Rabbit hole question. Why believe in a god or gods that are said to create mistakes, etc.? Thoughts. But then blame you. Ooh, I love that energy. Either it's why they do that or they lying about who they are. Oh my God. Hold on, bro. These some fire questions, bro. He said, why believe in a god or gods that are said to create mistakes, etc. Thoughts, but then blame you, okay? Either it's why they do that or they're lying about who they are. So something isn't real. Not saying they're fake, but something isn't real. All right, could that be the very step we take? Okay, so for example, blow on wind. Blow on wind. Is there a distinction between the air that I'm taking and the air sitting in front of me or outside of me or surrounding me? You know, so that is what I'm trying to focus on. Like, there's always this distinction. That's what I'm talking about. There's this middleman, you know, between black and white. I always try to call it a gray man, but who gave it purpose? Who gave it purpose? And that's the very thing my brother was saying here. Like, why create something and say, I made it, I did it. I need to keep doing it. I need to figure it out. I need to figure out how to do it because this is the way that I'm supposed to be doing it. And when I give you this, do you know that this is how you're gonna get up there? Like, it's just like a bunch of shit handed to me at this point, you know, literally. And at this point, I'm in confusion. You feel me? Who is God? Who am I? Well, this is when we start to like look up to a God because we don't even like, we're not reminded of who we are. We're reminded of what we need. So we're constantly shown the right foods to eat, right? We're constantly shown the right drinks to drink, and these things come in color. These things come in color. So you're constantly being pulled in like illusion. You're constantly being toiled to be like fooled. You know, colors are like tricky. Colors can be tricky. They can play like you know what I mean? They can play a trick on your mind, on your eyes. You might see black, but someone sees like blue black. You know what I mean? Oh, you believe in Jesus as an ascended master, just like Buddha? Really? I think that like over time we get bored and we just start naming shit. Like if somebody keeps feeling bliss, that means that someone's gonna call it something. You know that moment when you just like blow up during sex. Like, what is that? What do you call it? And that's kind of where shit goes up and down and back and forth, you know, because we all are experiencing an experiment. So as we just keep like trying to make hypotheses and predictions, etc., we're all gonna be right, we're all gonna be wrong. That's why Lauren London or Lauren Hill, I don't know her last name, she said nothing even matters at all, and everything is everything, nothing is nothing, you know? Everything is nothing. So, or to have you. But I think it's really to be kept. It's to be kept. And It's to be kept. Because like sometimes people can become so, like I said, lazy in their richness. Some people can become lazy and they're like bored in their boredom or their poverty. So you immediately go out there. You know what I mean? Um, why not when you can? Why not when you can? That's why it's like a world of just like having. It's like, why not when you can? That's not what you should be going for, or should you? Or is that? You know? That doesn't make me better than you, right? Because I chose left lane and you went right. But a lot of times people will take you with them, or there it is again, like mislead you. All right, that's why I said it's not always about like keeping you, but being kept. So I can't really blame you for trying to devour me. But I could slap your ass back and say no. I feel like I have never died before. Rich Franklin, if you want to be real, I feel like I never died before. I never will die. I feel like I never died before. Do you ever feel like you, yeah. Sinners is a good movie. I think you'd enjoy it. You know what got me not to watch it? Like, I feel like I was being warned. And like, I don't even want to test that waters because so many reviews said like, that's a demonic, you know? I feel like I was being warned. Like, that was a synchronicity. Damn near. That's the only reason why. I mean, I'll sit there and watch The Conjuring, feel the spirits around me, but still watch it. Like, especially that Annabelle's energy or notion, I'm gonna call it a notion. That energy quickly. When you took your break from YouTube, did you get initiated? No, I did not. Rise, but not take over. That's just like win, but don't like forget that you've already won or something. Like, people will literally, I've learned so much about people and greed, or even like dissatisfaction. Like, the richest people could still want to go and like shoot up a church or shoot up a picnic where there's a bunch of people having a relaxing time, you know. The richest people will go out and do that. That's because like it's not even you anymore. It's just is what it is. I'm finna kick you out. Cole. Okay, the one. Why do we need to keep dividing? Are you asking me that, or you're kind of stating it? If we hit a reset button on humanity, all science books and equation will eventually come back exactly the same, but not with any scripture. So I want to let y'all in on a little secret. Hold on, let me show y'all. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm gonna let y'all a little secret. I'm gonna let y'all in. You ever had this question about something? Here it is. Have you ever watched the movie The Matrix? If you ever see like that decoding number serial number thing, and it's literally just zeros, 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay. I say all numbers are either, honestly, so it's like there's only like 3 numbers. Hold on. Talks about being constant. Let me see. So another thing we kind of got confused, or we were like told a lie or backwards or just a lie ultimately, is like odds and evens. We were taught that kind of wrong too. Odd numbers and even numbers. I'm talking about numbers here, guys. I do have Instagram. I posted it on my thing a long time ago. My tab, my community tab. All right, hold on. So, well, hold on, bro. Trying to make sure you can see this. So, if you take a look, this is just theory, also truth. So look, I gotta write it with a pen now. Hold on. They're probably like, eh. So when we were taught like odds, evens, and how certain numbers break down into each other, that should tell you that there's only a significant amount of numbers itself. All right. Talk about 2 being a 1. 4 being a 1, 5 being 0, 6 being, like these numbers cancel each other. Hold on, coming. Okay, so this is funny. Oh, you're out, train. You're out of here. Okay, so we have, first of all, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You guys know that these are quote unquote the numbers, and then it just starts like coming together on itself, you know, like after 9 it's 10. So basically what I'm saying here is like, let's just go, I'm kind of gonna break it down. 9 technically is not, like these numbers really don't exist past 3. You feel me? Here's how. So for example, like when you take the number 9, it's almost as if like these numbers kind of cancel out on themselves, or they are themselves. This is why I say like they cancel out on themselves. So like 2 is equivalent or more or less, you know, than 2. So any number times 1 is itself, right? Any number times 0 is canceled. So it's almost as if like either we're repeating these numbers or these numbers are being rewritten, okay? For example, so if you take a number 2, you see how it has that, you know, it's the same, you feel me? Same thing. Then you have 3 becoming a 0. So like, the reason I say how can you take a 3 and make it a 0, you feel me? Or how can you take a 0 and make it a 3? It's basically like taking a P and making it an A, okay? You feel me? And then ultimately, like, so there's really no difference. It's just like angle, I don't know. But so yeah, you have 3 cancels itself, okay? Then we have 4 going back to that 1 itself, okay? Because remember, these things break down, all right? Or remember how they break down, all right? Because it's itself, all right? Which is why I was talking about the number 9 at first. What does it break down into? I think they said a 3, but that's like times itself, so that's not necessarily breaking down like 3, 6, 9. So yeah, like it's like yes and no, but that's times itself, so it changes itself. Okay, so it breaks down itself. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not like sound like I'm Just trying to, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, these numbers look the same. They act the same. 4 and 1, I mean, obviously, these things is, they're taken from itself. So I'm gonna just write the number 4, or I'm gonna write the number 1 as if I'm gonna write the number 4. We have that. I mean, sometimes you have 4s written like that, bro. If that's not that, I don't know. But 4 does cancel itself despite the fact that it looks the same. Like, that's not the point. All right, 5, obviously 5, 0, you can also tell, and then there's that 1 again, that emblem almost, or that, you know what I mean? And then 6 spirals itself, it never ends, kind of just like the number 9. It spirals itself, it never ends. These numbers, 2, 4, 6, like they're playing itself. So it's kind of like when we talk about these numbers, 0, 1, 2, and 3, that makes a lot more sense. That's a lot more completed, you know, when it comes to like variation, or go look up the definition of variation, okay? Differences, all right? I get this information from me, I promise you. I'll sit there when I'm high, or, you know, after I smoke, and I'll just like, damn, this actually is that, you know, or this is that, that has to be that. Kind of like the same word, different definition. Who's doing this thing, you know? But yeah, 5 being 0, playing major roles is what we're doing. Playing major roles. We were all given a number. So that's why we call it 6, 9, 12, right? We got numbers on our houses. You know, we were given numbers. Numbers on the street that our houses sit. We have area codes. We have area codes. You know, keeping us in certain, you feel me? Brackets, chain brackets, or whatever. Also, this is, I don't want to say this is alleged information, but this information does not have to be considered as your, like, you don't have to go around and telling people this. You know what I mean? Is there any numbers after the number 3? No. I'm trying to consider the number 4 because it's like equivalent, meaning like it's kind of like we're, you know, after 0 is -1. So it kind of like, but I'll get into it, child. Yeah, 6 being 0 because it keeps canceling out on itself. Same thing as number 9. Number 7, this one's a little bit more obvious. Number 8 is obviously obvious. Also 8 being a number 1. I kind of did like a little tally mark there because not only is 8 the number 0, or 0 is the number 8. There it is. You see how that didn't feel right the first time? Exactly. Listen to your gut. So 0 is not only the number 8, all right, because I mean, let's just take a look at it. Damn it. But it just is. Same thing. And then we have, I mean, 8 also is symbolic to 2 zeros. If you think about fours, and it being a 1, all right? All right, this is like spiritual math, all right? We're feelings here, we're not really focused. But it's like, yeah, and then the number 9 is a little bit more apparent as well. How is number 8 number 1 as well? It's because it's universal. So when we talk about like things that are constant, or evolutionary, or like what goes up must come down, the cycle of life, the tree of, no, excuse me, not tree of life. Kind of like, what is it? Like the law of correspondence. Like there's always that 2 to every side. Okay, so we talk about 2 sides. So that means there has to be more than 1. More than 1. What's more than 1? I mean, if we talk about what's more than 1, that talks about 2 sides again. But if we go like 0, like I said, what's lower than 0, it takes us to the same numbers, and that's -1. Okay, so 8 is a sign that it is only 1, if that makes sense. 8 is a sign that it is only 1. We'll talk about things. You'll hear people bring up like infinite. You'll hear, when you see this sign, you'll sometimes see infinite, or like eternal, etc. But yeah, it just really talks about how 8 is all of one within itself. It's a bunch, but one. Okay. So yeah, that's why I say it could be either 0 canceled or 1 balance. You get it? And then 9 being the same thing as 0 or 1. Is it the same? Is 0 and 1 the same thing? I just mentioned a moment ago how, just food for thought, but I mentioned a moment ago how the Matrix, in the beginning of the movie, they showed you, they showed you how binary numbers are all around us, and how everything does have a decoding or a code. You know, numerology, a lot of you might practice or study. This talks about angles, bro. When we study or look into astrology, we're not talking about numbers, dude. We're talking about angles in direction. That's why I'm talking about, if you look at the angle or the direction, the shape, etc. of certain letters, because numbers are letters, you know what I mean? You'll begin to understand how everything is a distinction or a depiction, an imitation of itself. So in the chat right now, we got 66. What time is it? You have 66. What time is it? That's 1. That's 1 1. Or 0 0. It's canceling out on itself. 66 is what? Itself. So it's not like brain tease, brain pull, but it's like, just if, for example, if somebody say, hey, what's 8 plus 8? Hey, what's 8 plus 8? What would you say 8 plus 8 is? 8 plus 8 could either be 2, or 8 plus 8 could be 2. Yeah, because I mean, you could look at 8, breaking it down, we could do that. Or we could just say like 8 is a 1, and 8 again is a 1. So 8 plus 8 is 2. And that is 2 zeros. So that could also make it a 1. Just saying, like it shows you the essence of life. It takes you back to the essence of life. You feel me? That's funny. Let me get this person up out of here. But it doesn't really matter how you feel about things. It's the way that you see it, or like, it's kind of like angle. It talks about angle again. Okay. Yeah. The way you see. Why do y'all think they call good things angels? Good things angels. And then like when we talk about like your natal chart, you'll see like certain degrees, right? It's 5 degrees Mars. I don't know. That really just aims. It aims. It tells you the aim or the focus, okay? Or even so much as like the point, the message. All of these things are the same. I'm repeating myself at this point, literally. You feel me? So everything is coding. Just listen to this message. Like, I personally do not believe, yes, I like butterflies. I do not believe that there's any other number outside of 3. A lot of people kind of go by 0 and 1, but I mean, why 2? Why 2? Why 2 is what I'm asking you. Why 2? How come there's a 2? Same reason as why there's a 3. You know, something comes before it. But nah, it's almost as if something comes before it, something must come after it. So a completion. This is a form of completion. This was almost the 0 again, you know? So like, if you look at a scale, it goes from 0 to 1, 2, 3. And then if you go backwards, it'll be 0, -1, -2, -3. It's a complete of itself. And then what's the end of the number? It talks about number 9 itself. It all kind of like mirrors or twin. It's twinning itself. This is not studying Google. This is not studies from Google. This is kind of like me looking up at the sky. A lot of y'all need to probably. All right, I think numbers come from other numbers like 3 and 8, 4, and 7, 2, 6, 9, 5. 2 is a mix, stuff like that. You definitely onto something, right? Like, now can we for a moment focus on how letters are numbers? How? Because first of all, it's almost as like when you use a letter to create a word that holds the same, that takes up the same space as a certain numbering. How to learn coding and typing? Yes, honey, yes. So if I combine 3 letters, that's gonna give me a sound. Get it? A sound. So like, I'm just gonna give you an example. Like, I'm literally just brain teasing, but like at the same time, am I wrong? You know, who invented the number 0 is the same person who canceled, I don't know, the difference between light and dark. You feel me? Because 0 is a 1. I mean, take a look around. You know, a lot of these things are the same. I'm trying to tell you. Either you're one or you're none. And to be none is one. Nothing is everything. Number 0 always existed. Just like it's always extinct. That's what I'm saying. Just like it's always extinct. It's something, right? It's a number, but it's not. That's what I'm saying. Unlike my boy, you almost had me. I like these questions though, anyways. And C being a 0 and D being another 1 and E being a 3, or is that a number 1? I think this is a number 1, excuse me. I mean, that also means that this might be a 0. This might be a 0. This cancels itself. E, the letter E cancels itself because it's 3, number 1. And how this one is a 1 again. So like, this is just an example. Again, I be jotting. Same vibration. Yeah, we're on a vibration, bro. We're not even really talking about facts. We're not even talking about facts. We're in a vibration. Okay, so honey, check me out. So how in the hell is a letter a number? Boom. First of all, you be counting letters. You count letters. So you're numbering it. Check it out. The letter A and how it's a 1. The letter B and how it's a 3. Okay? The letter C and how it's an O. Okay? When we talk about degrees, okay? Remember, constant. Everything is constant, which talks about the number 0 and the number 1. It's constant, like I said. And then we talk about the letter D, it being the number 1. Again, it's constant within itself, or so it's on itself, right? It cancels itself, or it is itself, okay? Thanks for the love, honey. And then we got letter E. I was still kind of decoding this, which is why I messed up a little bit. But the E cancels itself again because it's the number 3. I got the number 0 ultimately, not the number 3. I got 0 because it's itself. I don't want to pull your mind and say like, yeah, because of how it's shaped. But at the same time, I'm over here like saying like, hey, don't forget about degrees and certain angles, like that corner up there. Like, you feel me? A lot of things are, it's called a corner because of its angle, okay? So that's why I said, if I take A, B, and C, it'll create a word. You never seen anybody have a word like this though, because that doesn't, it's not equal. It's not equal. That's when we go into that scientific mathematic word, equal, okay? What's equal? Out of all numbers, what number is equal? They tell you even numbers are equal, okay, to itself, or it could be used in an equivalent match. You know what I mean? Like, 2, you can't do 2 divided by 5, but you divide by 5, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's when we talk about equal and what works and what doesn't. You see, now you telling me what works and what doesn't. You feel me? And if you do it that way, you're gonna get a bunch of nothing, right? So it's like, okay, I'm just looking in on myself. Is she on drugs? I just flunked my interview. Boy, you everywhere. Did you pass the drug test? Stop knowing me. So we have E. Yeah, I said being a 0. A lot of people might be like, well, how come it's not 3? I don't know. Because it's self. All right, it's itself. All right, and then we have the letter F, which canceled 1. It canceled 1. Get it? We can keep going. What is G? Does anybody have a guess of what the letter G, what number the letter G is? If there's only 3 numbers, technically 4, including 0. That's why I said it's 4 numbers. That's why. Because first, if you heard me, you heard me. I was like, I'm still debating if there's a number 4, but technically it is. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm gonna write this down. What number is the letter G? Ask me anything you want. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this for reference. Like, I'm just gonna keep. You can screenshot it. I don't know if you want to screenshot it, but don't be getting my wet armpit. I want to see if somebody gonna guess. Don't be scared of hopping on the train. You're not hopping on the train. You feel me? But if you guess, I'll give you a free reading. I'll give you a free question to read. What number is the letter G? G. What number is the letter G? Look at that. That's funny. Look what number I see. But remember, I said there are no numbers outside of 3. So when you say 9, you automatically telling me 1. When you say the number 9 or 0, excuse me, when you say the number 9, you're automatically telling me 1, or 0, because they're both infinite. Get out of here. All right, I smelled that. But now we got the letter G. What is the letter G? And that's crazy. When you flip the letter G, the fuck stop playing with us. But 5 doesn't exist. What is the number 5? Number 5 is a 0. Who said 0 first? Tyreek. So, I mean, is the letter G a 0? Shit. I mean, it goes 1, 3, 0, 1, 0. I kind of left, 1. Yeah, we ain't doing that. I see we ain't doing that. Because it's a scramble. And when we think about the actual word scramble, we're talking about letters. Literally, bro. So this is a scramble, you know. ABC doesn't have, it's not a word, is what I'm saying. ABC is not a word. Somebody asked me, like, do you even know? But 9 is 0 because 9 is completion. Look, I have it here. Same thing as 1. We're saying the same thing, just backwards. Okay? Just twice. Just twice. Look at the chat, bro. It's literally 11:22. We're saying the same thing, just twice. Okay? You feel me? Yes, I told you. Damn! Okay, stop playing. Oops. But, I told y'all gray shirts will tell everybody what's underneath. Don't do that. What's the answer? Hold on. Let me see, cause that's crazy. I'm over here asking y'all what is G, you know, and I flip it and I see a 5. That doesn't tell me the answer. Honestly, it's 1. It's number 1. G is a number 1. How is G a number 1? Who let the dogs out? Look at the lowercase g. Get off my homie, okay? The fuck? Look at a lowercase g. What does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? Ah, look at a lowercase g. Oh, I hope it's not like flipped. But when we talk about number 2, we're talking about number 1, period. And like I said, G is a number 1. Good job helping her get subs, period. Okay, so hold on. Who said number 1 first? Nobody said number 1. Nobody said G is number 1. G is number 1. You feel it. Stop playing with me. G is number 1. All right, I'm gonna ask you this one and then that's it. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, okay, good. So, like, wait. So, look. 9 is 1. Backwards. That's why when you flip it backwards, it's the same thing as itself. So that makes it. All right. So, what's this? What number is this? And do not cheat, please. Do not cheat. This one kind of funny. This one's gonna be tricky, but it's funny. What number are we looking at? Use your intuition. Damn, y'all nosy, cause y'all already know the answer. As soon as I said that, use your intuition. What number is this, bro? I'm gonna write a lowercase 1 too. Whoever get it right first, you get a free question. Just gonna give it away. What we looking at? What are we bruh? Y'all got one more guess. 2. Yes. Yes, the number 2. H is the number 2. Why? Because it's itself. We got 1 and 1 and then it connects. It's all like a form of Freemasonry. I don't know. I just used that in essence though. I didn't mean that like, you know, but H is 1 or 2, excuse me. H is 2. That's why we have things like H2. No, just one. But yeah, it would have been 1 had it been a P. Had it been a P, because H and P gives the same type of, just like H, P, and Y. H, U, P, and Y, like all of them are the same damn thing, bro. What else do y'all see in here? I also see, oh, that's H again. But yeah, I just clicked on, yeah, bruh, stop playing with me. The number 2, you're looking at the number 2. We're talking about H. Okay. Y'all, somebody want me to do another one? Or should I keep going? All right, so to the person who did get it correctly, what question would you like to know today? Like, what spiritual advice do you need? Oh, this one easy, bruh. Maybe we need to do this more often. Excuse me. Hold on. What number are we looking at here, guys? This is I. I as in igloo. Excuse me. What number do you see? This funny. It's easy though, it's easier. Well, go ahead. Yeah, you asked me. Yeah, that's what's up, Callus. Tell them what it is. I don't know if that's what it is, but what do we see here? All you gotta do is guess. I know the shirt popping. 1. Okay, somebody said 1. It's 2. It's 2. It's 2. Look at. It's 2. Am I interpreting this? Yes. What you mean? Don't question me. It's 2. This is an oh, they're saying I'm writing the number 2 wrong, bruh. This is actually how it's written with a bow. You see, I mean, do you write it like this or do you write it like this? Because on this phone, it's written like this. You feel me? But I see this bow, which points back to the number 1 and it having a bow. Remember I said 2 is 1, so I mean it has to be itself. That bow is that very same O. So it's like all, it's all, right? What is this? What is this? That's so funny. You've been working out. But yeah, that is a little interpretation of what I think numbers or numerology or whatever is. Yeah. If you missed that segment of the thingy-majig, yeah, go back. I'm keeping this. Thank you for your time. Some people are pretty surprised. I feel it. Some people are pretty like, okay. Others are like, it is what it is at this point. At this point, like, I don't gotta go to school no more, girl. I ain't taking nothing for that. You feel me? I mean, but I do love the fact that at least like 1 or 2 or 3 of y'all literally are like, okay. Yeah, okay, so spiritual, I don't know, I'll just take that as a sign. Oh, so you don't have any questions, you just want to just, you know what I mean? I've been seeing sisters all day and say, okay. Beautiful, cute. All right, y'all. I do think I'm gonna head out of here. It doesn't seem like anyone is going to be purchasing any readings today or anything. If you would like to, now would be your last chance. If not, that is perfectly safe. We will be on our way out. I enjoyed this beautiful segment today. If you don't want a reading, you could also like just like dash me, tip me, you know, just for being pretty. You should keep it factual. Look at some research on how people have used numbers, etc. Cool, cool, cool. I got you, bro. I like how your brain thinks. Thanks. What other services? I do readings. I said hi. All right, phone on 1%. I made it. Boom. All right, bet. I love you guys and be safe. Have a great evening. Gratitude. Happy Friday. Thank y'all for y'all interest.